Big little guy made it a cone.
It's 11 o'clock.
Needs a cone.
Yeah. Sniff, sniff. Sniff.
Hi. Hi, Kim. How are you? Good morning, everybody. I am doing wonderful. I'm a little sleepy this morning, but other than that, I'm doing great. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? As you're coming in, if y'all just want to let me know where you're from and what you're working on today. Hi, Kate. I hope you're feeling better today. I know. I have some eyebrows on, although they look like I got this one darker than this one. It may be just the shadows. Maybe if I turn that light on. Child, will you turn that light on for me?
Shut up.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Kate.
You're very long sick and turn on yourself.
I hope you feel better soon, Icky. I'm glad you're doing good, Michelle. You're from Maryland and you're working on Christmas gifts. So anything specific, Kim, that you're working on as far as Christmas gifts go? Oh my gosh, you guys see my yarn mess back there? It's like totally shown off in this camera. You're hemming a couple of bridesmaids' dresses. Wow. And then on to crochet. You're from Indiana. I have a friend from Indiana. She's in Tennessee now. A few shawls, okay, and some hats for the homeless. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I probably would have waited on the flu shot. Your doctor should have told you that too. But you're trying to be proactive, and then all of a sudden, boom. Oh, yeah, it's good. I'm glad you're in bed. That's where you need to be. And just checking. Oh, it's audio. I'm not gonna listen to it. Got a message from my boss. So what are you working on while you're in bed? Resting. Me, I have been working on hats. You can see one behind me. I probably should put it on. It's actually a little chilly here, but that hat behind me, which I am going to do a tutorial on this. It's a basic stitch, but I'm going to show how to get the white part of it. How to have two colors. Oh, the never-ending wedding gift afghan. Okay. Well, that's going to at least keep you warm while you're working on it, right? Hi, everybody. As you come in, let me know where are you from and what are you working on? What are you working on today? Because I can speak well.
Oh.
Well, it's Halloween. You have to watch Scream movies. Ooh, speaking of that, and this was going to be my first question for today on the getting to know you type questions. So last night we got season 2, episode 1 of The Mandalorian. Me and my daughter watched it. And of course, Baby Yoda, cutest thing ever. But what are some of your favorite shows that you make sure that you catch? I need to catch up on Supernatural and This Is Us. Indiana, and you're working on some socks. So there's two people here from Indiana. Hi, Sherry. How are you doing? My goodness. Keeps dinging at me. Hopefully it's just... Hello, Ninja. Thank you for the congrats on the 500 subs. I appreciate that. You were super quick on that. And I am doing great. Thank you. Yes, This Is Us makes me ugly cry. You know what used to make me ugly cry before This Is Us came along? I think This Is Us started almost right after this one ended. And it was Parenthood. That one, ugly cry all the freaking time. So now when I need a cathartic cry, I go and find it like on Netflix or one of the streaming services. And huh?
This Is Us, I think, is on Hulu.
No, I'm talking about Parenthood. What you working on today, Ninja?
What are you doing?
Hi, Handmaid. So nice to see you here. Thank you for joining us. So I had a few questions floating out there. I'd love to hear your answers. I am asking where you're from, if you don't mind me asking, and you can be as vague as you want to be. And then what you're working on. And also, my first getting to know you question for today are what shows are you into? Happy Halloween, everybody. Yeah. I forgot. I got to get something a little Halloweeny for tonight's show. You guys that are in here right now, don't forget about tonight's show. It's over at Julie's place. So it should be linked down below. But Whippy Chick, go over to her place. Make sure you follow her because Yarn Hookers is going to be over there tonight. Oh, your friend asked you to make you a massive pumpkin. Crocheted pumpkin, the really big one. That's probably going to be cool. And morning from Jackie says, morning from Illinois, working on the shawl again. Okay, so you're still working on the shawl. I know I have my shawl that I've been working on. Let me grab it. So I've been working on two things. Bro, can you grab me the little squares? No, wrong side, over on the cart. Thank you, baby. You're working on a Plarn bag. Oh, that's cool. From did you get inspired from the show? I think it was last week was the Plarn. Yeah, it was Crochet on a Budget. So it was a Plarn bag. The Ginger showed. I know that was a very cool bag, wasn't it? I need to do something like that. So anyway, I'm working on this shawl. What's that?
That's mine.
My daughter's over there. That's mine. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm making hers first. But I'm working on this shawl for her. I'm almost done, I think, with this part. I think I have like 9 more rows of this. And then then do another set of these. But that's it. And that's only a few rows. And then I do the pockets. This time making for tutorial before. Made 2 bags. The handmade design saying made 2 bags already. Friends need tutorial. That's cool. Great idea. I like it. And hi, Nancy. So Nancy Hooked on Crochet says, hi, I'm working on Falling Leaf Shawl by Fiber Spider. I need to look up that shawl. That sounds really pretty. I like Fiber Spider. Hi, Ursula. Ursula says, hi, Melanie. I've been out all day, got home, and I'm so glad I just made it in time. You did. I'm glad you made it, too. Oh, I just, like, took a air up in my face. And she says, hello, everyone. Ursula does. Oh yeah, and Kate is not going to be at the Yarn Hookers live. She's running a high fever and hanging out in bed. Yes. We will probably kick her ass out if she does decide to come. No, she's not feeling well, so she's not going to be with us, but she'll be with us in spirit, or she might be in chat if she's feeling up to it, but she doesn't have to, of course. And then this is the other thing. This is the little baby blanket that I've been working on. So I have all these squares here, and I only have this much left, which I'll probably get what 2 or 3 more squares out of this, and then I'm going to see how big I can make the blanket. But I'm sure I can get a baby blanket out of this. I'm going to line all of these in white, and then sew them together. I think I'm going to sew them together. If I need a little bit more, add a little bit more yarn in there, I might crochet them together so they can. So I add just a little bit more length and width to it, but we'll see. Ah, thank you, thank you. Ninja says the chain your squares on is a great idea. I did that because I have another pattern that calls for the color to go in the right order that it comes off of your yarn ball. So I was trying to figure out a way to do it because I have animals, so I can't just stack them up and think that they're going to stay that way. So I put them on a chain, and I remember which side of the chain I pop them on, and then because you have the little fastener, so you remember which fastener you're placing them down on. That's what I do for that. Hi, Karen. How are you? I'm going to scroll up a little bit just to make sure I'm catching everything. Beautiful top on your back side showing. Are you talking about this? That is Jada and Stitches. It's a shawl and a ball, and it's Jada and Stitches hooded scarf. And this is actually belongs to my daughter. This will get replaced when I get finished with the wrap that I'm doing, and then she'll get this back, and then I'll make another wrap and put that up there. I gotta finish that wrap though. All right, I'm catching up. I'm sorry. So working on the fall. Handmade design says this time making for tutorial, and Trey read that one. Okay. And Kate, Ursula says, it's a shame, Kate, that you're feeling so poorly. I know we all want you to get better quickly. And Nancy says, I saw a photo someone posted in group. It looked super stunning. And then she also says, sorry, Kate is ill. See, everybody wants you to get better. You will get better soon, but you got to take the rest and take the time to do it. And Ursula says, I love your granny squares, of course, for a baby blanket. So super cool. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. I'm going to be paid, and I'll probably give it to my mother for her foundation, which we'll talk about that a little bit later before I leave. If you guys haven't heard of my mom's foundation, we will definitely talk about that. And good morning, Kathy Ann. She's the one that reminded me I need to talk about it. I completely forgot to last time. So everybody coming in, there's 3 questions out there. 1, I would love to know where you're from. You can be as vague as you want to be. Also, I am asking what you're working on. And also the first get to know you question. Yesterday, my daughter and we caught up on The Mandalorian. So I'm just curious, what are your favorite shows? Like, I love This Is Us. I actually love way too many. Supernatural, which is ending this season. Makes me sad. And Crochet Every Day with Judy says, hi, Melanie. Hi, everyone. Hi, Judy. And she also wants you to feel better, Kate. Karen says, I'm fine making a baby blanket for a baby girl. Now, is this a baby girl in your family or for a friend? And Ninja says, I've got a 12-inch granny square blanket. I need to pull it out again. Oh, and start, or is it just like a continuous granny square blanket? I've made those for baby blankets before too. And I probably will again. Those are super easy and quick to whip up. But I like to do that with a small, not with a 4-weight yarn or with like a fluffy yarn. But usually I like to do that with like a DK weight or smaller. It takes longer to go around, but the holes are smaller. So I always worry about the little fingers getting caught in the holes of like the granny stitch. Nancy says, from Brooklyn, New York, and you live in Florida now. Where abouts in Florida? I grew up in Central Florida, right on the Gulf Coast. So I enjoyed the Gulf waters. I also enjoyed some of the Gulf storms, which is no fun. In fact, my senior year of high school, there was a no-name storm, and it flooded the area. That was fun. Hi, David. How are you doing today? And David sent me a box for my foundation, my mom's foundation, not my foundation, which I will share with everybody once I get it. I haven't gotten it yet, but I also haven't checked my mailbox in a couple of days, so I need to get that done. You're from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you're working on hats for Fiber Hearts, I Pour Life charity. And you watch more YouTube videos and TV these days. I know that feeling. I know. Well, and you know what's strange? This was a weird fall season for TV shows because I always anticipate the fall season coming up, but not all the TV shows started back up. So yeah, it was a little weird this season. You've got about 15 more to make. I'm looking. Oh, you got 15 more 12-inch squares to make. Okay. All right. And you're making this for like a bedspread, I'm assuming, right? Oh, for a friend who's having a little girl. That's so awesome, Karen. So Karen said earlier that she was working on a baby blanket and a baby girl, and that is for her friend that she's doing that. Liz King. Hi, Liz King. How are Lizzie King? I'm sorry, I missed the I. Hi, Lizzie King. She says, good morning, Melanie. I'm just popping in for a few minutes. Well, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. But we'll need to leave shortly. I will see you, Julie and Ginger, later. I hope that Kate feels better soon. I agree. We all want Kate just ready to go. So we will see her next week, I'm sure, because she's going to rest and get better. Otherwise, we may have to hunt her down. And Ursula says she's from Cape Town, South Africa. She loves Blacklist. Oh my gosh, that's another one I love. I just caught up on that one. So did it start this season? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. And I'm picking up here. I love Blacklist. Still binge watching it. Love it. I'm in between whips. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what that's like being in between whips. You usually have like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 6, 7. Anyway, going at the same time. No, usually. I'm going to try and contain it to, I don't know if y'all saw the video, but I got the caddy. I'm going to try and contain my whips to the bottom row. And that way I don't let them get out of control. Because I can let them get out of control.
You have a cat bed somewhere over there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, yeah, I have like 3 or 4 over back there. Woo. Okay, so much for that idea.
Just broke it to her.
Yeah. I have a big gray square blanket I'm making for my niece that I started. I made like 2 squares on it. And then I have a cat bed that's eventually going to be a tutorial that I realized I need to get back on that because my cat is currently sleeping on a hat that I made. Anyway. And okay, so Ursula is wanting to start a vintage baby blanket. You're Googling ideas. Ooh, I bet you that's going to be gorgeous. And Kathy Ann's also working on baby blankets. Currently a moss stitch in a rectangle. Such a calming stitch. Yes, yes. I love using the moss stitch with the smaller yarn and to make scarves. It's a textured scarf and it's kind of dense. It's a dense stitch, so I really, really love it. And Ursula says, "Hi, David Browning." Michelle Wiley says, "I'm working on the octagon sweater from Fiber Spider while watching you." That's awesome. Cool. Hey, Julie, are you still out shopping? I thought you were going to do some yarn shopping today. And Karen Rudy's from the UK. Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I think I missed some stuff. So Nancy says, Pembroke Pines, very South Florida. You know, we had that discussion last time. I am so sorry, Nancy, and I'm going to remember that. I swear I'm going to remember. Like, give me like 4 tries.
Or 8.
Shush you.
No.
But yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I know that we discussed that before. I'll remember. So I did a crochet chat yesterday. Ooh, by the pool. I missed it, but I was working, so I try to catch people while I'm working, and put them on kind of in the background and listen, you know, and then go in and interject whenever I can. But I'm not always good about that, especially if I get really busy at work. Then I don't. Ursula says, I'm also watching more YouTube than anything else because I'm watching videos of people I'm subscribed to, getting to know them better. Thank you. Yes, I do the same thing. I do. And Ursula says, hi, Julie. So glad you're here. Kelly says, oh, from Niagara Falls, New York. Woo! Yes. Just finished a long scarf. Now, is that scarf for you or is it for somebody else? And was it the Doctor Who scarf? Because that's a long scarf. You know what scarf I'm talking about? Any Whovians out there? Whippy says, I'm in the parking lot near Michael's. Just spot some charisma. Ooh, yay! My favorites. Yay. You're so nice. You didn't have to, Julie. You can just ship them on over. My P.O. box is down below. I'm just kidding. And then just says, I put a caddy in my basket on Amazon after seeing yours. Yes. I mean, I had it in there for the longest time. And Ninja, if you haven't caught Pamela's little series on that, it's really cute. And there's some great inspirational ones. And in fact, it's Pam's caddy that made me get the accessory kit with the little buckets. But Julie, you're right. It is metal. So I'm going to keep an eye out for, I'm sure I can find them on Amazon. You know, like the little round magnetic, like spice thingies. I know they sell them at IKEA, but they're like that thick and they have a clear top and they're metal and they're magnetic on the back. And then, anyway, I'm going to look for that. Add some storage space. And, oh, he can come over here if he needs to.
Never mind. He's playing with the thing.
Catching up. So, Julie says, hi, Ursula. And she also says, Ursula may want to check out the Call to Midwife blanket. I agree with that. And I've been thinking about making that one as well. I think that would look beautiful, especially with the DK weight. And Ursula says, wow, I never got more than 2 whips. That's good for you. Don't ever strive for more than that. I have only 2 whips going at one time because, yeah, maybe I have too much control. I like it to be neat and tidy and organized. Never used to be, but just turned a corner a few years back and never looked back. I don't blame you. That's awesome. I need to get that way. I need to finish up some of these starts that I got. And Ursula says, Julie, yes, for sure. But I've also seen many knitted patterns from the 1950s and 20s. So even if I copy that idea into a crochet version, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's a great idea. I like that. I like that a lot. And Ninja says, don't forget the thummies, everyone. Thank you so much, Ninja. I really appreciate that. Hit those thumbs up if you're enjoying the chat. Julie says to Ursula, that would be great. And Ursula says, Melanie, I love the way you do the live reading it. Oh, thank you, because I can look away and still follow. That's so great. I am doing my nails. You know what? I actually got that from Ginger, our little friend over, our little friend over at Yarn Geek, because she does that. And I find that not everybody can follow along with the chat. So I'm reading it out. You know where I'm at. So I'm not just answering. I was watching back one of my videos, and all I had was my answers at the beginning, and I was like, "Oh, that's not going to work. I need to start with the statement."
Little one,
where's he at? Is he getting? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! He's starting to really act like a kitten now. See here. So Ursula says my glasses left arm broke this afternoon, so I've taped it. Need to get an optometrist appointment, or I go to get to the optometrist on Monday morning first thing so he can fix it. Can't read without the glasses. Oh no. Yes, that would be. This is actually, these are, because my other ones broke. These are 2 prescriptions ago, I think. Yeah, I think 2 prescriptions ago. Because my other one's broke, I really need to get to the optometrist myself. But I actually, well, I guess I could go here, but the bargain glass places, they're like only 2 hours away from me. So it's a trip.
only.
Okay, Julie, I'm so glad that you dropped in. Thank you so much. So Julie says she says gotta hi or I'll get car sick. I think she meant to say gotta go or I'll get car sick. And she will see us soon, and she'll be there tonight. So don't forget to go check out her channel and subscribe to her so that you can catch the yarn hookers tonight. So anybody new coming in, the 3 questions that I have out there are, where are you from? If you don't mind saying, you can be as vague as you want to be. And what are you working on? And what's your favorite TV shows? With a bunch of TV shows starting in this past couple of weeks. I just got caught the first episode of the 2nd season of The Mandalorian last night, and Baby Yoda is cute as ever. Nancy says, I made 3 Call to Midwife blankets. I only have 1 whip, which is awesome. Jealous. Can never get there, I don't think. We'll see, maybe. It says, I haven't caught the bug yet. That's good. I've had 2 or 3 on rare occasions. That's good. Stay that way. Don't catch the bug. You don't need to. Oh, and I forgot about the big blanket I have right there. Oh, I have a lot more whips than I thought. So maybe I am closer to like 6, 7, 8, something like that. I need to stop doing that. Oh, yeah, my peanut gallery. So, honey, Ursula, she says, I love your peanut gallery, your daughter. Yeah, she doesn't let me lie. She didn't let me get away with anything. I was so used to the way that Ginger does it, so she sort of trained us. Yes, I agree. And it's a great way to do that because it's it's just like you said, people can look away and you can just crochet or do whatever you're working on. And then Ursula continues on. So when others do it her way, we're like on the same page right away. Great stuff. Same tribe. That's right. She's my tribe. And Ursula says, oh, I know the feeling. I don't have backup glasses. I better get a backup pair. Yes, you probably should. Exactly. All right. And Ursula says, I'm working on the courage for a live. You'll get there. I think it does take some time to work up that courage, but I know that you will get there. Just if you're chosen. But you know what, the first time you do it, people come over there and you'll find that you just get chatty and you enjoy talking with people. You really do. So this little dude's still sick, by the way. We got him some more medicine, but he's starting to perk up, act more like a kitten. Lisa, I never realized how much easier it makes it listening instead of trying to listen and read together. Yes. Yes. It is a lot easier. And Kathy Ann says, I'm in Northern California. My favorite show right now is The Voice, which I have enjoyed The Voice. Mainly watch YouTube crochet channels. Yay. And we love that you do. Thank you. Ninja says, looks like we're going back on lockdown from oh no. Have you had a surge in cases? I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. Hopefully it won't be as long, but that's tough. Better safe than sorry, right? And Nancy says, I've done 3 lives. I don't have a particular time I can commit to. You know what? That's okay. I don't think that's too big of a deal as far as not having a time. Everybody lives in different time zones, so not having a specific time helps kind of catch everybody. I ended up picking a time because otherwise I will end up talking myself out of it. So if I know I have to be here at 11 because that's what I committed to, then that is what I'm gonna do. Okay, Ninja, go make the phone call. We'll see you when you get back. And Ursula says, I also use books and sort of combination of patterns and come up with something new. Well, exactly. So true what Kate said. There is nothing new out there in crochet, only combinations of stitches that are new. Exactly. There is only new combinations. And even some of the, like when you're doing tutorials, even some of the old tried and true patterns, nobody can really claim to them. So what I'm thinking of is things like the granny square. You're going to see a lot of tutorials out there for the grading square, and most likely I'm probably going to do one eventually. And the only reason for that is everybody learns differently from different teachers. So I learn better from somebody like Jada and Stitches as opposed to somebody like Crystal. And it's just everybody learns differently from different people. So it's good to have the different versions out there, and it all comes to the same end. Another thing that I think is very common is like the half double crochet beanie in the round. That's another one that's very, very common. Or a ridge hat. That's pretty common. So that's what I think. And Ursula says, Nancy, your lives are great. I like that you're so relaxed. It is relaxing them for people joining too. Nancy, I'm going to go and make sure that I have the bell hit for you so I can catch one of your lives. And if you have, well, you don't set them ahead of time. So I'm going to try and catch one. I promise you, because I need to. And Nancy says, thank you, Ursula. Crystal, hi, Crystal. How are you? You said, I learned my grading scores from Jada and Stitches. Yeah, see, she's a great teacher, but I can see where she could probably get, she might be a little bit too chipper for some, but I enjoy her chipperness. She makes me smile. I don't even remember where I learned the grading square. I think I learned that, I taught myself that from a book, that particular stitch. But there's a lot of stuff I learned from Jada and Stitches. Ursula says, I've seen so many books with grading squares with copyright. And I'm like, how can there be a copyright on that? Exactly. On a grading square? I mean, putting together the different grading squares together in a different way, sure. I suppose you could copyright that, like if you make a purse from them or something like that. But no, the grading square itself, gosh, isn't it about as old as crochet? So Kate helped me so much. Kate helped you so much with advice on common use. Yeah, so grateful to her for that. That's awesome. Crystal says, I'm doing good. How are you? I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Got my little dude here. He's such a cuddle bug. He really is. Except for when he starts playing, being the kitten, and then he wants to fight with you, and I'm not up for that. I'm like, nope, I'm not a toy. We got toys for you. And Ursula says, Melanie, I found that Nancy was there and so interactive, and I just had an alert cover up what I was doing. What the heck? Gosh darn it. Okay. So interactive and just saying, what you want to see, I'll show it to you. And I like that so much. That's cool. All right. I will definitely have to check you out. Definitely. What else? If it those of you just coming in, which I see here, there might be a few new ones coming in. I was just asking where everybody's at, how you're doing, and oh, bless you. See, he's got a little cold. And what you're working on. Oh, Crystal, that's so cool. This is my first real cuddle bug, I think. This one. No, I'm not. Actually, Ursula, I have a tiny little house. So we currently live in a 450 square foot home. So officially a tiny home. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but the rooms are really tiny. Anyway, I'm sitting in, I guess it is my office because I work from home. So yeah, but it's also our kitchen, and my living room is right there where the couch is. That's my living room. And there's, got a point. There's my pile of yarn. It's all bagged up. And then right behind that, you see that dark thing there? That's more yarn. And it's in drawers. I did have a better organization system, but then yarn went on sale. And yeah. So it's actually over there somewhat neatly. It doesn't look like it from this vantage point, but yeah, it is actually a little neat. And oh no, that's okay. I am working on I did show up that people pop in and out on lives. You know how it goes. So I'm working on little one. I'm just gonna show the bag, okay? All right, so this is my bag, but I am working on, and that's the yarn that I'm working on. But this is going to be the pocket shawl, and that's that one that went viral. I did buy that pattern. And then I'm also working on, what do I do with that bag? Oh, here it is. My squares. This is going to be a baby blanket, but these are my little squares. Those are the two things that I'm actively working on. I did just finish a couple of hats, like this one here, which this will eventually be a tutorial. You see the big white pom-pom up there. So this will eventually be a tutorial, but I also did this and you might see it in some of my videos that I'm posting out right now, but it has where this part is red and then it's white. So it's like your own Santa hat. Your own homemade Santa hat. Yes, exactly. So you're there. You understand, Ursula. Yeah. Eventually, we're going to be getting in a bigger place, but for now, it works for us. And Nancy says, I've been following 90 Day Fiance. Oh, okay, cool. That's actually, it looks like, I'm not a big fan of reality TV, but that looks interesting. Lots of drama, I bet. And Steal the Show's here. Hi. Well, thank you for being here, Veronica. I appreciate you. Thank you. What you working on, Veronica? And I know you're in Georgia. Veronica's in Georgia. I know that because she's somewhat close to me. And then Ursula says to Nancy, that is so cool. Sometimes weird, but entertaining for sure, which I think you're talking about the 90 Day Fiance. And she says, hello, Veronica. Ursula says that. Ursula says, what are you working on, Veronica? And David says, I couldn't resist starting a new spiral granny square blanket. Ooh, that sounds interesting. From the Secret Yarnery. So I need to check that. Is that the one that she did with that white and then the rainbow and it goes around and around? That looks so cool. I need to do something like that. But I want to get those exact colors because I love the color choices, which means that I'll have to do an ice yarn order. I plan to do one eventually, but I need to get some of my current whips done first, don't I? And David used to live in Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood, Florida is not too far from where I used to live, over on the Gulf Coast. It's a little bit away, but not too far away. And Ursula says, are you going to make a tutorial of that granny square baby blanket? Yes. In fact, I need to start working on that now because it's going to be a few parts that I pull together. But I'm almost done with I haven't done the square part, so I'm going to do that. And then, because I'm almost done with all my squares, and then I need to record after I get finished with all the squares, putting it together. So yes, I do intend to make a tutorial on that one. Absolutely. And I'm going to scroll up a little bit because I got a little bit behind. Okay, so Veronica, you're working to finish your pocket shawl. Cool. I can't wait to see it. I know you're going to show it on one of your videos, aren't you? Said I wanted to watch, and I keep trying to catch you. You know what, Veronica, you know why I never go in your lives, and I wish that I could, is I'm always at my mom's at that time. So that is when I'm at my mom's doing dinner. I am so sorry. And actually, we're usually sitting down at the table eating dinner at that time because you're 6 o'clock on Sundays, right? And yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. And I'm sorry I missed you. One of these days, maybe I will be home and I will catch you if she's going out of town or something. And Ursula says to David, I went to watch that Spiral Granny from Secret Yarnery and it was absolutely gorgeous. I've never done that. Super cool. Yeah, I that's on my list, my to make list, because I agree it's cool. You just and Veronica says she just finished one of the pocket shells yesterday. Yay! I need to get on mine. Maybe I'll do that today in between. No, I got other things I got to record. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I got to announce a winner today. So that video is coming out today. The winner for the Darn Good Yarn Box. I got to announce that today. Thank you for the reminder. And Nancy said she just mailed her son and her future daughter-in-law a bunch of hats, a scarf, and cows. Ooh, you're making them all nice and cozy. I accidentally sent one package to the wrong address. Was off by one number. They found it. Okay, good. I'm glad that they found it. And Sherry says to David, hello, I hope you're having a great day. David says my ex made the Doctor Who scarf. That's cool. So and your ex knits, right? So he knitted it. I need to crochet it, and I've thought about making it. I don't know. I need to finish up some of what I'm making already. And Veronica says, hi, Sherry. Yes, I am on Facebook, Hooked to the Left. In fact, it's something that I've been thinking about. I have both a page and a group. I really haven't promoted my group so much. Because I go back and forth on which one I should use. And I feel like the group would be better because I feel like that's more community. But yes, I am on both. If you look up Hook to the Left, you'll see both a group and a page. And feel free to follow both. My page is really what I do is my Instagram feeds into there. So if you're not on Instagram, it's a great way to catch my Instagram photos. But I do have a group as well. It's called Hook to the Left Community or something like that. I don't have a snazzy name for it. If somebody comes up with a snazzy name, that'll come up. That'll be the new snazzy name. And Ursula says, that is so cool. I get really good ideas and know what rainbow yarn with white goes so well together. Yes. And you know, actually, it was Krista's, that rainbow with the white spiral one that kind of got me thinking that with those little squares, I should use white. And then I started second guessing myself. And I'm thinking maybe oatmeal. But y'all said white, so I'm going white. And Ursula says, hi, Sherry. And Veronica says, hello, Nancy. Nancy says, I'm near Pines Boulevard, but very west. It turns into Hollywood Boulevard when you go quite east. And I think you're talking about David being in Hollywood, Florida. Say, Veronica says, where'd I go? Where'd I go? Lost myself. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind, you guys. I'm so sorry. Let me catch up. So people are saying hi, hi to Veronica, and okay, so I got that. Ninja says she's back. Welcome back, Ninja. And Granny's in here, huh? Did I miss Granny? I see somebody says hello, Granny. If I miss Granny, hello. I'm sorry. At least whenever somebody says Granny, I think Granny D. That may not be who you're talking to. Okay, so Veronica, you're saying first, okay, tomorrow I have other 6:30 p.m. See, I won't be able. So when's your first one then? You have one at 6:30, and when's your next one? I mean, your first one. What time is that? Because I might be able to catch that. And Ursula says, I've done a tutorial that is 2 hours long about Christmas ornaments. I know it's long, but I couldn't split it. Otherwise, it goes to after Christmas. Yikes. Oh, that's hard. Really getting down on the limiting your videos whenever you're doing tutorials. Usually take me longer. Actually, and it's so funny because I don't get as many views on my tutorials, but they're the ones that take the most work. But I don't care. That's fine. That's evergreen content. So while people don't find it right away, eventually somebody who needs it will find it. But yeah, that they can be, and it's hard to keep them short. It's so hard to keep them short. I don't know how people do it. It's they amaze me. I try and get inspiration from other people to try and figure out how to make my tutorial short. But I think my ear warmer one, that was the shortest one I've ever had. And Veronica says, hi, Ninja. Nancy says, I've made the spiral granny you have made the spiral granny from Secret Yarn. It's a beautiful project. I really need to do that one day. And Ursula says, I think if someone thinks of that tutorial as a workshop, it would be better as it's craft and crochet. Anyway, too late. It's loaded already. Yeah, do what you got to do. If it doesn't feel right making it shorter, then make it long. I figure people can skip ahead. It might be that you want to put timestamps in your description or the first pinned comment. But yeah, do what you got to do. And David's saying his internet is spotty, so I'm freezing sometimes. I'm quite sure I'm not getting all the chat. I am so sorry, David. Well, hopefully you can. Am I spotty to anybody else? I'm just making sure it's not me, because my internet can be spotty. I live in the mountains, and mountain internet can be a little wonky. I used to play online role-playing games. Can't really play them anymore because of my internet. Like, I used to play Diablo 3 a lot. I love Diablo 3. I can't really play it anymore because my internet, it kicks me off. Although I can play it on my Switch, but I can't play it on my PC, which I prefer to play it on the PC. Totally random, I know. Okay, so Nancy says, I have an Instagram and they modeled some of the things. They modeled some of the things. You mean like on your Instagram? What the heck? Did you bring me cat food? I just found cat food on my shirt. I think the cat brought it to me. I think he thought it was hungry. What are you doing, buddy? All right. Some of the things. Nancy says, hi, Veronica. Ursula says, David, sometimes the buffering on the laptop, but following better on my phone. Don't know why. It just happens. Okay. And it could be that it's trying to come at you at 1080 on your laptop versus it's coming at you at a smaller resolution on your phone. That might be why it works better on your phone. Nancy says, hi, David. I watched your video this morning. Ooh, David, did you put out a new video? Did you? I'm going to go watch that. I'm going to find you and I'm going to watch that. Because I know you haven't put out a video, done too much on YouTube. So I need to look at that. So what's the difference between a page and a group? So a page is like, So, and I saw where somebody put this on some descriptor. So a page is better if you're trying to sell something, whereas a group is better if you're trying to build a community. So there's a page where you can go to a page and you like the page and you get whatever feed they have coming to you. Now you can respond to their feed just like you can on Instagram or anything else. Usually you can't post to a page, although sometimes you can. But usually they block that. Now in a community, that's a group, so that's where you can go and you can post any new creations that you've made or anything like that, which is what I love about it. So I can see things that you make, whether it's something that I've put out there or not. I don't put out a bunch of even really intricate tutorials because I like my simple stitches. I like making things fluffy and cozy, and yeah, that's me though. All right, cat, you can't be there. Come on. He's sitting on my other keyboard for my work computer. And you're not on IG. Okay, so follow my page because that's going to post. I post a bunch of different pictures on IG. So if here, I'm going to show you really quick. Okay, so, and the lighting's going to be horrible, but like here, oh, okay, it's going to show you all the crap that I don't want to show you. All the crud. All right, so I see it as, I'm not seeing it as a page as you would see it, but like these pictures are, like I just posted that picture this morning on Instagram and it went to my Facebook page. But that's my cat sleeping on my hat, telling me that I need to finish my pet bed tutorial.
He's still there.
And he's still sleeping on the hat. He's still sleeping on the hat. Oh, hang on. I gotta back up. I am so bad at this. I am so sorry. So Nancy says, I followed you on Instagram. Please follow me back. I will. As soon as, did you just recently follow me? Is your name similar to that, Nancy Hooked on Crochet, something like that? I will make sure I follow you back. Anybody who follows me that I see on their page has crochet stuff, I follow them back. I always do. Crystal says, I have a group. It's called The Sassy Crocheter on Facebook. I'll take a look and check that out. Crystal, thank you. And Ursula says, I think it's very safe to have a group with the same name as a channel. Easy to find for everyone. Exactly. Yeah, you're going to find me hooked to the left. The community is my group, and the other one's my page. And Nancy says, yes, far from Hollywood, and you're doing fine. Thank you. I'm trying to catch up. Ursula says, I think the tutorials is for long terms because it's necessary. I agree. So there's like the hauls, which everybody loves to watch, and you get more views coming in for that one. And then you have what's called the evergreen content, which the evergreen content is going to be stuff like your tutorials, because it doesn't matter whether you watch that 3 years from now. Hopefully you've improved your tutorials since then, but you're still teaching them something. So that's what I'm thinking. So even though if you don't get the right away views on the tutorials, you're gonna, it still provides a very specific use for your channel. So, and also I'm much slower in getting out my tutorials than I am. I feel like right now I'm only getting out like 1 a month, maybe 2 a month, and I feel like I should do more, but I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Tammy, hi Tammy, how are you? And I'm sorry if you've been here for a bit. I've been trying to play catch up, and I'm not as good at that. She says she's just popping in for a few. She's sitting in line, getting some tarps for her roof. Oh no! So Hurricane Zeta got to you. It got to us too, but nothing too bad. Since I live in the middle of a forest, and there's some high winds, some trees knocked down power lines and stuff. So we were without power until a little bit after lunchtime, the day after she came through. But I didn't have to get a tarp for my roof. So, wow. I'm glad you guys are all okay, though.
There is a closed road because of a landslide.
Oh, we did have a landslide. There's a road that's been closed. One of our main roads has been closed for a section of it because we had a landslide. And then Tammy continues on to say, I'm still without power. Oh my gosh. Tammy, be safe. Wow. Oh, you got coffee today. Woo! The little things. Okay, Nancy says my connection's okay. Woohoo, good. Ursula says if you plan to make those ornaments and you buy the supplies and you plan on doing it this morning or afternoon, then it'll take you more than 2 hours. So then just hit play and do along. Okay, cool. I like it. Connection is also okay. By Ursula says connection is also okay for her. Good, very clear, no buffering at all. Awesome, thank you. I'm so glad that you guys let me know that because you never know with my internet. I finally made and uploaded the video I've been talking about. Excellent, yay! I'm gonna go watch it today, David. I have some errands to run, and then when I get back from those errands, I need to film, I think, at least one video. And then when I get done with that, I'm going to watch a video. And then probably by that time, it'll be time for Yarn Hookers at 5 p.m. Don't forget. Nancy says, my son sent me photos wearing the hats. That's so cool. Yes, I want to see that. I love that. And David says, I found I wasn't getting the chat because of a setting. I don't know how I said it wrong. That sounds like something I would do, David. And Nancy said, I haven't made a group yet. I have a page. Okay. I may make the group. I'll ask my peeps if they will join. I'm in tons of groups. Same here. I'm in a ton of groups too. So, but my crochet groups, I tend to try and keep up on as much as possible. And if I'm skipping a few, I'm trying to catch up, you guys. So please forgive me. Okay, so and Ursula says, okay, so hers is a Facebook group. People can post, and I love that. I tell people we're about crochet, but post anything, yarny, knit, or crochet. Yes, exactly. The more interaction, the better, I think. I'm with you. And my Facebook group name is Hooked to the Left Community. So please go and join that. I would love for y'all to do that, and I can get that thing rolling. I haven't put it out there, so I think I'm the only member. And I might join. No. I'm joined with Hook to the Left, so with my business page as opposed to my under Melanie. I'm joined under Hook to the Left. So just let you know. And Sherry, your name on IG is Hoarderace. Okay, let me write that down so I can make sure I follow you back. Nancy, I do need moderators. I do. I want to be careful with my moderators. I'm so funny about that, you guys. Yeah, I will have moderators. Absolutely. Give me another live and I'll have some moderators. I think right now I only have my yarn hooker friends as moderators. So I just need to be careful. Me personally, I feel that way. I'm weird. I know I'm weird. Jill says, you're very kind and supportive of others. It is evident that you're invested in the craft and you're relatable. Oh, thank you, Jill. I appreciate that. Mwah, you're so kind. And Veronica says, I need to go all in the group. See you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. We are playing Family Feud. Oh, that sounds fun. So 6:30 p.m. tomorrow at Veronica's channel. Lee says, I know it's off topic, but and probably old news, but I am in love with your blue, beautiful wearable behind you. Oh, thank you, Lee. So this is, and I don't think they have this colorway anymore. So this is Shawl and a Ball by Lion Brand. I was looking for it because I responded to a comment on one of my videos. So I don't think that they have a similar colorway, but I don't see where it has this bright blue in it. So this is the hooded scarf by Jada and Stitches. But yeah, that's what this is, and it's actually my daughter's, and it will be replaced when I finish her pocket shawl. Will be replaced by that until I make my pocket shawl. And yes, coffee, you're safe. And today's the first time that you've left the house, only because I had to. That was from Tammy. I am so glad to hear that, Tammy, and I'm so glad that you're safe. You know, a tarp on the room is an on the roof. A tarp on the roof is an inconvenience, but for the most part, you have your home, you've got coffee, and you have your life, and that's what's important. So that's awesome. Crystal says, when you look at it, let me know how I can keep it up. I will do my best. I will do my best to assist you with that and offer you some advice. Tammy says, on a happy note, I'm officially retired. Woohoo! That is so exciting. I am not going to be officially retired for like 20 years, maybe 25. I'm not quite there yet. So I can crochet all day long. Yarn heaven. Exactly. I love it. And Ursula says, Tammy, me too. Left the house for the first time in a while, and I was out all day. So glad to be back in my comfort zone. You know, I'm not retired, but I stay in my house like all the time. Yeah, because I work from home. So my poor kid, so sick of me. She gets out at least 2 days a week for school. She's in partial in class and partial in virtual. And Ursula says, I think many of us crochet, but most of us knitted at some point. Most of us, not all, so we can sort of appreciate a bit of good knitting. I agree with that. And I can appreciate good knitting even though I haven't knitted. I've tried to knit. I have 5 thumbs when I knit. Yep. They all magically turn into thumbs and I can't figure out how to do a thing. I've cast it on, but then when I do that, go to do, I guess it's the knit stitch. I don't even know. It's not pretty.
Personally, I didn't even realize I was doing it right.
Yeah, my daughter's trying to knit, which that's in a video coming up. We did I licked you up, liked your fit. Thank you. Still searching for the Hook to the Left community. Okay, maybe I made it private. Maybe I have to make it public. I'm going to look at that really quick. I hate looking at my phone while I'm on a live, but let me look at that really quick. I can't see close up with my glasses on, so bear with me.
She's getting old.
You hush. You'll be old one day too. All right.
No kitty. He made a
Hook to the left.
No kitty.
Here it is. Hook to the Left community. It's a group. Oh, I have 2 members.
Who's meowing?
I'm not sure, honey.
A bit.
And I'm looking to see if there's some settings here really quick, and I have it. Okay, so it's saying anybody can find the group. So this is my group page. That's the cover art for my group page. That's like my very first tutorial picture, I think. I really should update that. But that's what it is. Is that coming in backwards too? That looks like it's backwards. Anyway. Hopefully you can find it. All right. I'm happy Halloween to those leaving. Yes, happy Halloween to everybody. Okay, so your Facebook page gets all your IG pics too. So you're also bearded yarn dudes? No, bearded yarn dudes there. Okay, cool. And Crystal says she's never knitted. Don't worry, Crystal, neither have I. Well, no. I can't say I never knitted. I just said I tried and I was unsuccessful. And I remember the Hollywood geography, even though I haven't been there since 1991. I hadn't graduated yet by then. I graduated in 93. I can't see. Ursula says, see, question mark. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I've lost something. Lee says, I'm learning to knit right now. That's awesome. Marley Bird is the best teacher I have found. Let me check her out because I've watched some Marley Bird tutorials that I really enjoy. So I will have to check that out.
I'll need to find the person I've been using. I think she's pretty good.
Yeah, Rowan found, my daughter found one that she really enjoys.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nancy, for sending a request. And David, I'm on the west side of I-75. Gotcha. Okay, Jackie found the Facebook group. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you joining that. And I think I'm caught up now. Yes, I'm caught up. All right. I'm going to ask another question. It's 12 o'clock already. Goodness gracious. Time flies. All right, I'm going to ask another question. My hair drives me a little nuts, so bear with me. That's why it's always in a bun, because it starts to drive me a little nuts. So let me...
Feels heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy because it's wet. Okay, so before I ask my next question, and this is something that Kathy Ann reminded me to do, and I didn't do it last week, is I wanted to talk to you about if you like to create things to donate. There is a foundation that my mom has created, and she's just starting it up. So there's time. But basically, she's bringing in young girls who are either from troubled homes or just have no place to go, who are pregnant, so that they have other options available to them so that they can carry their baby to term. Once the baby is born, she can no longer house them. So the things that I'm looking for that is, these girls are coming in with really pretty much nothing. They have nothing at all. So I would like something for them, whether it be a lapgan or an afghan or a hat, cardigan, scarf, things, because we do live where it snows. So it does get pretty cold here. I think it gets a little hot too, but it does get pretty cold here in the winter, starting at about this time of year through early March. It's pretty cold. So things like that for the girls, it will be there. So when we'll leave them available for them to take, and they can have, what they need. So just a heads up on that. My mom will be housing 3 girls at a time until they have the baby. And then once they have the baby, they have to look for another, because you have to have special licensing for them to do that. Now, we do want to send them off with a care package for the babies. So anything for babies would be welcome then there. So I'm thinking levies, blankets, baby blankets, a layette set or little outfits, of course, little hats. Don't think scarves are going to work too well with babies. No, I'm just kidding. You guys know that. Or even like you can get the little mitts to put over their hands so they don't scratch themselves. Things like that. So that's the kind of things. Now, those we're not in a huge hurry for, only because we're just now she's put in an application to start getting the girls. So we're going to have the girls for a little bit while they're pregnant. And then when they have the babies, we would love to have a care package to send off with them. Along with some other bought things that we can put in that care package to send off with them. So we're not sending them out with like just a boot on their butt. They actually have a support system. They have a care package in place to continue on and be the best mother that they can be. So that's what we're doing. You can send everything to my P.O. box, which is down below. I'm going to start including, my P.O. box has a street address, so I'll start including that as well. But yeah, my P.O. box should be in my description down below. And because it is a safe house, everything will go through me, and then I'll forward it through my mom, through to my mom. Yeah, I will definitely. And if we can, we might I might be able to post some of the girls, but I just have to be careful with that, because like I said, it's a safe house. So we just don't want to really get anybody who shouldn't have the idea of where it's at, know where it's at. That's all. So anyway, anybody who wants to donate that, please feel free. I'm going to create a list and add it to my comment section. I already have a pretty long comment section, but I'm going to add it to that. So if anybody needs to go back to it, then they'll be able to. So I'll add the list of what we could use then. Now, after that, before I ask my question, I'm going to go back. Chris says never knitted. To make it private is fine. Mine is also private. Okay, but I need to find the correct name for the group to request to join it. Oh, got it. Okay, were you able to find it, Ursula, when I showed it up there, what the name is? David on the west side of I-75. Okay. Melanie, will you share that Facebook page or group with the 3 squares? Yes, I will. I will add it to the comments below. I'll pin it so you have it. Absolutely. And I will add it to my description. I usually do most of my social media stuff is like low down at the bottom. But I'm going to put that a little bit closer to the top because that to me is more important having the community than most of the other links that I have in there. And David said, thanks, Nancy. Jill says, I get to leave my house in 3 days and I'm going yarn shopping with Tess. That's so exciting. Yay. I hope you guys are going to record that because seriously, Tess seems like one of those people that I would just love to yarn shop with her sweet voice. And she just gets so excited about things. That would be so awesome. Kathy Ann says, thumbs up. And thank you, Kathy Ann, for that reminder. I needed it sometimes. I just need a little kick in the booty. And Ursula says, that is so fantastic, Melanie. My friend was a pregnant teenager, and I went with her through that. So my heart beats for that. Yes, I will definitely support that. So I will do what I can. I really appreciate it. You know, even if you just send us little hats or hats for the girls. I'm making a ton of hats, so Mom will probably get a bunch of donations right away from me for the hats. That's what I love to use. That's what I love to use. My charisma yarn, that and scarves. I just love charisma yarn. It's my favorite.
I went ahead and that yarn, by the way.
You have one. Your black one. That was charisma yarn.
Oh, was?
Yeah. Oh. It was charisma tweed. My peanut gallery over there. You'll probably get another one. You'll get a Santa hat.
True. I better.
That'll be a tutorial coming out this month. Is I'm making this hat right here, but I'm making it like a Santa hat, so you can anyway make your own Santa hat.
You could probably show it with good ones on it.
But you know, when the tutorial comes out, just to let you know, I use 1 red ball of charisma and 1 white. So 1 red, 1 white. And you usually end up with 2 scrap balls about that big around. Anyway, just a heads up. That's going to be coming out probably. I think I'm going to put that one out Christmas. Not Christmas. No, that's wrong. Thanksgiving week. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do is put that out Thanksgiving week. And Kathy Ann says, thank you. Thanks for the update. I appreciate you reminding me, Kathy Ann. Thank you. You guys need to keep me on my toes because this memory, not good. Not good anymore. I remember my phone number from when I was in elementary school, but I can't remember. I remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, so I can't say that because I usually eat about the same thing, bacon and eggs.
Yeah, it's something else with your breakfast this morning.
Oh, I did have some toast this morning. So Ursula, I'm not sure about the financial contribution. I will check with my mom on that and how you want to go about that. I may reach out to you directly, especially if you join the group. I will see if I can't reach out to you individually about that. But I will check. So Ursula asked, and I didn't read it out loud, can we also make financial contribution for the girls? Because I know that they need support during pregnancy and afterwards even more. And that, yeah, you know, it really upsets me. My mom wishes that they could stay afterwards. And in fact, she has like a mother-in-law suite that she was going to use for after they had the baby, but she can't. It's a lot of special licensing. But part of what she's going to do while they're housed with her is she's going to make sure that they can run their own household. You know, they have to contribute to cooking. They have to contribute to being a good roommate or being able to run their own household. They're also going to see if they can't get employed. Some of them can't get employed because they're already pregnant, and it becomes difficult. And also employment up in this area can be spotty, especially this time of year. And then she also wants to teach them a few life skills, like how to do financial budgeting. And also she's asked me if they were interested, if I would show them how to crochet, which I'm happy to do that. So that just some of the things that she's going to do, and then hopefully have them with some programs and stuff that they can take advantage of when they leave where she's housing them. But yeah, I'll get back to you on that pregnancy. As far as the financial, sounds like a wonderful cause. Nancy says sounds like a wonderful cause. I think it is. She's had she had a calling to do it. She has a book out there, so I guess I can say this. But she had to make some choices in her 20s, and where she felt like and also it was very different because she was in her 20s in the 80s, so it was very. They treated mothers very differently then, so it's almost like you had to make a choice between your career or children. So she just wants to make sure that she keeps everything open for other girls who may be in a similar situation. So Ursula says, yes, Nancy, there's wonderful calls. My heart really beats for it. Thank you, Ursula. Thank you. What is Tessa's channel? It's I Love This Yarn. That's Tessa's channel. She's also known as Snow White, I think. Because she has her little birdies right outside her little yarn area. And Ursula says, I saw the 3-time block you showed on the Facebook page, but could not find that when searching on your phone. Oh, okay. I'm chatting on this on my laptop. Okay, well, I will definitely post a link. I'll make sure that it gets posted. I'll pin it. It'll be in the comments and I'll pin it so it's right up top. You're never using red again on a tutorial. I used red and it was great on the phone, but when it was on my laptop, oh, the color blew out. Oh, I hope that doesn't happen for me because I have to use red because it's going to be a Santa hat. Maybe I'll use like a brick red and it won't be a bright red. I don't know. I'll see how it comes out. You're in a group with Pride and Prejudice. And I remember you saying you love Jane Austen. And Ursula says, I would think employment would be the biggest need for the new mama. Yes. So they can support themselves and the baby. Baby care while mama is working is also important. That's what I found. Yes. And also finding any other programs through social services that they can take advantage of. But definitely getting employed is really important and helping with their resume and stuff like that, so that they can earn a living is super important. And how to budget. Because you can earn a living and then blow through all your money and still not be able to afford anything. So how to budget, I think, is another important thing. Thank you, Karen. Karen says, that is so nice what your mom is doing. And Ursula says, I would love to support it, Melanie, really. So if there's a way to set up a debit order, don't know if you have that, but that would work well. Yeah, I just need to talk to her and make sure, and just see logistics with her. And I will definitely get back to you on that. Thank you. And Ursula says, yes, for sure. I also had to use red. It was a blood red, deep red called wine. Okay. And the thing blew out. That's so weird. She could still make it out. Yeah. I know. I've had some videos where I went ahead and just uploaded them, even though I see where there's something wrong with them. But I had to redo one. Actually, it was on my, and I think I put that in the notes. It was on my ear warmer. I had to redo that one because I found that when I sit right here where I do most of my tutorials, I have a window right behind me, and it blew out the color. You couldn't see a thing. It was like all whited out. So yeah, I had to reshoot it, that part of it anyway. And also says, yes, being able to budget and work with money is super important for new mamas, especially. Exactly. Oh, yes. But I'll put it in the comments down below, the link to the group. I will definitely put it in the comments down below. And I will be making moderators next week. Let me see here. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I remember what I was doing. I'm sorry. I wanted to ask one more question. I know it's already like 20 after 12, and usually I try to make these about an hour, but I only got one question to ask. And if for anybody that didn't answer that question, I asked, what shows are you guys really into? Well, what's like your favorite shows? Because we got the fall with the new shows, the new premieres. And for me, The Mandalorian, I caught that last night. I saw that first episode. I'm so excited. And then I also love This Is Us, and Supernatural's a big one that I'm a fan of. Star Trek, Discovery is another one that I really love. And somebody else mentioned The Blacklist. Really enjoy that one. Uh, all right, so I'm gonna find one other question for you. Oh, this one's funny. Are you usually early or late? Or are you somebody that are like, oh, it's so and so, she's always late, and they tell you like a half hour earlier than before something's going to begin because, ooh, can you get me a towel?
Did you help?
Yeah, I was talking with my hands a little bit too much. Can you please give me a towel? I'm sorry, I'm dripping over here. Oh,
She's clumsy. Don't mind her.
Oh, no, a towel, honey, a towel.
Oh.
Towel.
Like a big towel?
Yes, please. So that was fun. Maybe I should talk less with my hands. Here, let me.
You just threw your blanket.
Well, I know because it's wet and it was getting some stuff dripping on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you did the cut.
Yes, investigative TV shows are awesome. Oh my gosh, I got my pants are so wet right now.
You'll need to change them before you go.
Oh, they are so wet. Okay, so yes, you did find my page first. Thank you so much, Nancy. Let's see. Yes, Nancy. I also found something and hit follow, but I was talking about so you can tell the difference between the page and the group. One will say join and one will just say like or follow or something like that. If it says join, that's the group. If it says like or follow, then that is thank you, honey. Appreciate you making me another cup of coffee. Oh my gosh, my pants are so wet right now. So Crystal says that she's on time. So you're somebody who's always on time. So you're neither late or early. You're right on time. And Karen says, I can knit a little bit, but I love to crochet. That's cool. Well, and for people who do both, I have been told that crochet is much more forgiving than knit is. And Nancy found the group too. Okay. All right. So Ursula is the person who shows up 5 minutes early or on time, which is awesome. Earlier on time for Kathy Ann. And you'll wait in the car until 5 minutes before or time to go in. Yeah. So if you're super early, you sit there and you wait in the car. I get that. Nancy's early. You don't like to be late, and your husband doesn't like to be early. So basically, do you guys compromise and just make it right on time? You're happy to be on time. Perfect. Yeah, no, it was cold. It had cooled down. It was my coffee. It had cooled down, but yeah, I got it all over me. It's so funny.
You got it on the bottom of the tube.
I did. Here, use this towel for underneath the table, on the bottom part of the table. I think I've dried myself as dry as I'm going to be. That's what I get for talking so, flailing my hands about when I'm talking. All right. Nancy says it's good to know crochet. It is more forgiving. Okay, so that's what I've heard, that it's more forgiving. Jackie says she is early. She's always early. And Nancy says sometimes something like that. My mom used to be super early. Oh, okay. Now for me, it all depends. So if I'm dealing with something at home here, at like a digital thing that I need to be at a meeting for, generally I'm going to be a little bit early. I'm watching the clock to make sure that I get there right on time, but generally I'm going to be a little bit early. Now, if I have to drive somewhere, I always underestimate how long it is going to take me to get somewhere, and I am almost always late. That is me. Now, I'm not like the type of person that's like 30 minutes late. Usually I'm like 5 to 10 minutes late because I've misjudged how long it's going to take me to get somewhere. My daughter was so cool. I dumped my coffee on me, and she went and she got me more coffee. And yeah, so she's a good kid today anyway. Ursula says, I started crochet at 5 years old, then took up knitting for many years, rediscovered crochet in your 20s, but yet YouTube was not out yet. Same here. Not as far as YouTube not being out yet. I do not have any family members that crochet, so I taught myself in my 20s. I was working in a call center. And I'm sorry if you've heard this story before, but I know some of you haven't. So I was working in a call center at the time. I was working a swing shift. So I would, so it means I was working to about 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And it gets real slow towards the end of the night. So I was reading a book to pass the time. But I found I was getting angry when I would get a phone call because I didn't want my book to be interrupted. So I needed to find something that I didn't care about. And this is before they had tons of games that you could play online for free, and it's before smartphones. So I tried a few things, but I ended up with crochet. Let's see here. And yes. So Ursula says YouTube is quite new. Yes. I've only been on, and I think it's only about 10 years old. Ursula, I don't think it's very it's been around for too long. I think it's about 10 years old, right around there. Yes, Peanut. So your new name is Peanut because you're the Peanut Gallery. Yes, Peanut is very good. and she wouldn't admit that she loves her mama, but she does. she's ignoring that. And Ursula says, crochet is definitely very forgiving. Yep, I think I already read that. Whoops. I used books and magazines to teach myself with diagrams. So did I. I have a book here. This. And because I'm left-handed, but I even did this when I learned how to write cursive. I was about to spill it again. When I learned to write cursive, I do this thing where I flip it around in my head and I make it left-handed. So even when I write cursive, I write like a right-handed person. See these right here. That is what I learned from. These kind of diagrams right there. No YouTube for me. And oh my goodness. So Ursula says she only got Wi-Fi in about 2016. It was like the most amazing thing, especially for my kids. Oh, I bet it was. I've had it. Well, I don't even remember when I started using Wi-Fi as our primary way of getting internet. I mean, getting cable internet was like the biggest thing ever. I mean, you were the Mac if you had cable internet. Now nobody does dial-up, so I'm showing my age there. But yeah.
No one does dial-up, and everyone my age knows what it sounds like.
Yes, that's true. Says my mom taught me to crochet and Nancy says my mom taught me to crochet when I was 19. Made a baby blanket for my sister and a scarf for my boyfriend. So cool. Then started again when my grandson was on the way. That's so awesome. Don't you love it when you have somebody to make something for, right? I find that was so much better. Crystal says my grandmother and godmother taught me how to crochet in my 20s, and I'm in my late 30s. Okay, so I taught myself in my 20s. I was in my early 20s when I taught myself, and that's over 20 years ago. Yeah. So okay. So Ursula says that's how she learns that those diagrams I showed you. The same way. I learned exactly the same way. I just flipped it around in my head and I made it left-handed. Even when I write like a left-handed like I write holding my pen like a right-handed person, even though I'm left-handed, because that's the pictures that I used. I didn't know that I was left-handed. Nobody said, hey, you are left-handed. And it just never occurred to me. I figured I was like everybody else, looking at the right-handed thing. And you only make stuff that you use, even in your own tutorials. I do not make stuff that I will not use. Yeah, that's the same. I think that's the same for me, or that I plan to gift to somebody, but it's something. It's practical. I like practical stuff. Um, Although I have been looking at trying to figure out some way to incorporate it into decoration, but I don't have any more room in this house for too much more decoration. And we have a few more animals to get like these little pictures of these kind of pictures of. So that's my Ipit. You see the bottom of him. That's the orange kitty. Um, so we have a few. I need to get some more of those, and then that's pretty much going to fill up our walls. We really don't have much room for anything else. So, all right, you guys, it is 12:31, and I think I need to call it because I have a couple things to do before I get ready for my live at 5. But I want to thank each and every one of you for being here with me today. I really had a great time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep an eye out once this gets posted. I'm going to go in and I will add that link to my group. I'm going to do that first before I walk out the door. Add the link to my Facebook group. And I will also add a list of what we could use. And if you have any suggestions, add it to the comments of what we could use for the young mothers and the babies. But I will add that. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. Just real quick, Crystal says, by the way, the first thing I made was a blanket for my grandmother to thank her and bye. Okay. I will tell you, the first thing I made was a blanket for myself. The second thing I made was a blanket for my grandmother. I did a very similar thing, except for I made one for me. All right. Happy Halloween to everybody. Be safe if you're going out trick-or-treating. And you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you tonight. So don't forget, 5 o'clock, Whippy Chick. That's where you need to go. Whippy Chick's page. She should be linked down below. And we're going to be, the yarn hookers are going to be live. And what are we doing today? We're doing hacks, yarn and crochet hacks. So I'm going to see you there. All right. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every one of you. You guys have an amazing day, and I will see you same time next week. Bye-bye. I waved up here. Bye-bye.